Hi, this is my video response to the Amanda Todd story. First I'd like to say, if anybody does try and give me crap for it, for my opinion, then bring it on, because I will be the bigger person to defend people who are being bullied. You can say whatever you like. I'm not going to remove the comments from this video, because I feel this should be said. No one should feel like they have to end their life. No matter how hard it gets, it should never go to the extent of someone losing their future. So I did write something. I did write quite a lot, actually. 743 words of a rant about this subject, because as soon as I read it and I saw this video, or I saw her video, only a few days before, or a few hours before she ended her life, she did a video on YouTube telling people the inmost depth secrets that have drove her to her death. The bullies did this because she made one simple mistake 3 years ago and they didn't let it go for her, and it is unfortunate that she was one of the people that didn't get the help that she was actually crying out for. So I wrote this. I'll always read it out. I'll try and be quick. I'm just trying to get it on the screen. Okay. First of all, I'd like to say you are beautiful. I didn't know you, but honestly, I wish I did. You're such an inspirational girl, and the amount of things you have been through shows people that you were a fighter from birth till death. You didn't have people there for you when you needed it the most, which is the saddest thing. You needed help, and people didn't give it you. There are so many things you could have seen in this world. It's a shame that your experience of growth and independence was taken from you. You didn't deserve to be treated that way. We all make mistakes. If you haven't made a mistake, then you haven't lived. You made one mistake, just one, and people started treating you like a toy, someone to belittle in front of others to make themselves feel better. People will do anything to be liked, and bullies here today have taken this girl's life. Bullies have taken this girl's life. She didn't deserve to be treated that way. And to be quite frank, people make me sick. She made one mistake which led her to regret it for 3 years. 3 years of torture by someone she didn't actually know. Now in the story on YouTube, or her video on YouTube, she does say that people actually came. She moved schools quite a few times. She's been in quite a few schools, moved to quite a few different places, and the bullies have followed her, which I thought was the saddest thing. They actually followed her to different cities. I think it was different cities and different schools. She tried to get away with it. She tried to do it on her own, and none of it worked. So I think that is what needs to be highlighted, if that makes sense. The fact that she actually moved to get away from this and they didn't leave her alone. I think that's quite sad. She was treated really, really cruelly. Some girls, okay, rewind a little bit. In the video, she said a boy pretended to like her, and said, well, if you come over to my house, we can get to know each other, or something along the lines of that. I can't remember the video so clearly. There's quite a few things that were said, but she obviously went over and he used her. He had a girlfriend and he used Amanda. Now, a few weeks later, the girlfriend pops up through text while she's in school and says, "Come outside your school." Yeah, so I was checking the time, and the text message said, "Come outside your school." It was the girlfriend, the boy that she'd slept with, so obviously the boyfriend to this girl, and 15 other people came to beat her up. A school about 50 odd students gathered round, and someone actually shouted, "Hit her already." Why would you be so cruel as to say, "Hit her"? You would stop it. I just don't understand people's logic. How can you stand there while there are so many people on one girl, one individual, that has done nothing wrong in this new school? She made a mistake. There is a difference between doing something wrong and making a mistake. She will live to regret her mistakes. That's different. But to say, "Hit her already," have them beat her up, leave her bleeding, or however she was left, and not caring about her, how could you walk away? That doesn't sink in my mind. It doesn't make sense. You have to be completely deluded to walk away when she's lying on the floor, bleeding, probably crying out for help. Or she's probably got to the point where she stopped crying out for help because no one helps her. That is probably how bad it got. It frustrates me. It really actually frustrates me. I've been in that situation where I've had more than one girl on me. I was left to do it all on my own. It wasn't my fight, but I was left to do it on my own. Was that what my friend said? Oh, I would have helped, but there was a crowd of people. If I was in need and I needed help, no matter how big the crowd was, you would have got through that and you would have helped me. That's how I see it. That's why it's wrong for people to have walked away. Her dad then found her later on that day lying in a ditch. She didn't even go home. She was left lying in a ditch. That was horrible. That broke me off and I started crying. Oh. She was beautiful, and she still is beautiful. But unfortunately these monsters did overtake her power and her beauty, her strength, and she couldn't live another day of it. She couldn't live another day of the hate. Secondly, I am Amanda Todd. If it's the last thing I do in my existence, I will try my hardest to stop teen bullying or any bullying of that sort. Goals. One of my goals is to save someone's life. The after effect of that would be that they save someone else's life. It becomes a chain. It doesn't stop, it's continuous. And one life will be saved and it will just continue from there, and then there'll be another life and another life, etc. You know where I'm going. Life is precious and yours was taken from you, unneeded and involuntary. Now before someone comments saying it was voluntary, suicide is voluntary. You are committing suicide voluntarily. No one's making you do it. You're doing it out of your own will. Yeah, suicide is voluntary, I admit that. But it's the reason behind the pain to make this individual want to commit suicide. That isn't voluntary. She didn't want this. She didn't ask for it. You chose to put this pain and distress on this one individual. So yes, suicide may be voluntary. Yeah, I could go and kill myself. That would be voluntary. That's my choice. But for what people have done to me, to make me want to do that, that's not my choice. I didn't ask them to be nasty to me, and she didn't ask anyone to be nasty to her. She wanted friends, she wanted to be liked. She made one mistake, and that cost her her whole future. She was younger than me. I've just turned 17. October the 9th, she was born November the 26th of 1966. Not 1966, 1996. See, I'm getting older than I am. This is this rant, it's making me lose my marbles. But she's only 1 year younger than me. And I cried because I have seen that situation so many times, and I think to myself, I could have stopped that. Not the fact that they commit suicide, but I've seen bullying. I've seen people get hurt and go through so much pain. I do help. I try my best to help. If I can't help, then that's someone else's job to help. There are people out there that want to help victims of bullying. You can only do so much for one person. And that's why at the beginning I said I wish I did know her. I would have been the ear and the shoulder to lean on. I would have listened and made sure other people heard. She probably felt worthless. We don't know what she felt like. It must have been really bad for her to do this, but she must have felt worthless. Like she had no escape, no help for escape. What happened has happened, and I hope that the male responsible for starting this horrid journey for her becomes a victim. It would be contradicting myself to say bullies need to be bullied if I'm making this video or making this post, because I have my own website which I'll link in the description bar for stopping teen bullying. But it would be a contradiction for me to say that bullies need to be bullied if I'm making this about stop bullying. But they do. Okay, we've got to be real about it. Bullies need to be bullied in order to understand the pain and distress they're putting on other people. But the human beings, yes, I said human beings is what we all are. We all sleep the same, breathe the same, work the same, feel the same emotions, and even bleed the same. Her blood was red, and so is the blood on your hands. Let's face it, you did this, you started this for her. People just did your job and ended it. Half the people that gave her abuse didn't even know her. That's the saddest thing, they didn't know her. I feel like I've ranted enough. It's time to remember you. God chose you, just so you know. He needed new angels, and you're now safe there with him. He will now not let any harm come to you. You are his angel, and he is your saviour. To all the bullies, one word, just one. Stop. To victims, there are people out there that want to help you, that want to listen and make sure you're heard. Speak up so we can be your saviours. We want to be able to help you and save you, like Amanda wasn't, like thousands of teenagers weren't. Let's hope Amanda's watching over us. Until you find the time, your personal time and strength to stand up for yourself, stand up against bullies, and to be strong again. Be your own kind of beautiful, strong and independent. May your soul be at great rest, and may the heavens rain when it restores the peace. Rest in peace, Amanda Todd. November 27th, 1996 to October 10th, 2012.